sitting here dying. So I'm gonna be real transparent with y'all. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyla and I am an upcoming lifestyle beauty content creator. So today I decided to do my first YouTube video and I wanted it to be a Q&A so that my subscribers could get to know me better as a person. So a couple weeks ago I went on Instagram and asked my followers to send me questions about things that they wanted to know more about in my life, whether it was from advice, where I'm from, my age, just different topics of the sort. So that is what we're going to be answering today. And let's start with the basics. So my name is Kyla. A lot of people know me as like Kailani or Kyla Amani from Instagram and TikTok, but no, my actual name is Kyla. And I do put that in my bio, but I know some people, everybody don't read or whatever, so that is my name. I am 18 years old. I'll be 19 in September. Big Libra. If you know, you know, we're the best. But anywho, where am I from? I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's like an upcoming Atlanta. That's what everybody likes to call it, but yeah, that's where I'm from. And what is my race? I am Black and Korean. My dad is from South Korea and my mom is from North Carolina. Let's see. I'm just gonna start the basics first, just so like we can get into deeper stuff as we move forward. What's my favorite movie? I don't really have favorites, or I don't have favorites of like anything, like music or anything. I just like genres. So I'm saying my favorite genre of movies is romance. I'm a big lover girl. I love everything about love. That is just me. Like, that's just me. So that's my favorite type of movies. What's my favorite place? My room. Every time I'm in my room, I just feel like that's an escape from everything. Whether I'm in a bad mood, whether I just don't want to talk to anybody, my room is my escape. So that is my favorite place. Let's see. What made you want to take social media seriously? So let's see. In December, I decided that I was just gonna post whatever I wanted to post, regardless. I was tired of trying to get likes from people. I was tired of like trying to do all these hacks to get my Instagram, my TikTok, whatever to blow up, and I guess censoring what I was posting to cater to what I thought the media wanted. So instead, I just posted what I liked and did what I liked. And so as soon as I started doing that, that's when my videos started to do numbers. That's when I started to hit the like 10K and all that, because I was being authentic with what I was doing. I think that was my biggest, I guess, my biggest key to taking social media seriously. That's when I realized like, oh, I can really make an influence on people's lives, or I can inspire people, or I can contribute to other people's lives by just being myself. So, and get paid for it too. Like, that's just really dope to me. So that's what made me want to take the social media creation seriously. Who inspired me to be an influencer? Honestly, all these black women, black young women that I see on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest is what has inspired me. And also my family, because we're big go-getters. Ambition is very, very common within my family. Me and my brother both started our own businesses before the age of 18. So we all kind of just push each other to follow our passions and to be true to ourselves. So those are some things who have influenced me to be an influencer. My grandma, my family, and other black women who've come before me, like Jasmine, Jaji. If you know, you know. But yeah. What motivates me? That's a deep question. But the first thing that came to my mind was my family, once again. I can't stress how important a support system is in every area of life. So my family has kind of always been there for me. It's kind of always been us. I have a really, really close-knit family. It's just 4 of us, and like I said, we always push each other to be the best versions of ourselves, and so they always motivate me to be the best version of myself, to never slack on myself, to always believe in myself. So that is what motivates me to always do right, to always, I guess, do what I believe in. And myself too, to a certain degree. I motivate myself on an everyday basis. Like, I feel like if you're not one of your biggest supporters, then nobody else will. You gotta believe in yourself, or believe in the vision you have for yourself before anyone else will. Let's see. What made me want to be a hairstylist? So if you don't know, I am a braid/loctician in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, but I will be moving to Howard in the fall, as you can see from the shirt. But anyways, I started my business back in April of 2020, right when COVID hit. I'd always been the type to like try different styles with my hair and try new things, but I never was confident enough to try it on other people. But then once COVID hit, people kept asking me, who did your hair do? Who did your hair? And that's when I was just like, let me just start a little Instagram page and go from there. So then once I started my Instagram page, I started to get booked like maybe 4 times a month, realistically. And then about at the 6-month mark of me having my business is when I decided, like, I'm gonna take this seriously. Like, I love doing hair. I love transforming these young women. I love seeing the confidence that they gain from when I do their hair. I love that they trust me with their hair. Like, creation, like, that is another form of creation, and that is something that I love to do, is create. So that is when I decided to get an LLC, which is just like basically your business license or whatever, in the state of North Carolina. And I started posting consistently. I made my own booking site, and I started promoting. And next thing you know, I was booked a month in advance. And it's been like that for about 1.5 years now. And I can really only thank God and my family and stuff for the support that they've given me, because without them, I don't know where I'd be with this business. And so yeah, what made me want to be a hairstylist is just seeing, I guess, how I transform these girls and pursuing my passion, passionate about doing hair, passionate about creating. What else? Why did I choose Howard? Why did I choose the real HU? Why did I choose to be a baby bison? Number one, how I want to be a OBGYN. If you don't know what that is, that's basically just a baby doctor, the person who delivers the woman's babies or deals with like hysterectomies or just the female anatomy. That's what an OBGYN is. And that is what I want to be. So in order to do that, that means you're a doctor. Howard is the #1 producer of Black doctors in America. Shout out to them. The retention rate was extremely high. I got really good scholarship money from them and outside sources. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit in some college advice that I give later on in the video, or I'm gonna make a separate video, don't know yet. But yeah, HBCU. I never really thought about HBCUs up until it was time to apply to college. About around 10th, 11th grade is when I started to really understand what they were. And once I saw the culture and everything that happens in HBCUs, I was like, yeah, I gotta go to HBCU. I just don't think I would have had the best experience that I could have going to PWI, but who knows. But yeah, I wanted to go to Howard since I was in the 10th grade. just seeing like the alumni, seeing the crazy connections that they've made, the support that I felt from them, like, and I can do a whole separate video on this because my college choosing process was not the easiest mentally for me. Let's see. What am I excited about during college? What am I the most excited about? Creating new experiences, whether it is meeting new people, new internships, new professors, creating new bonds, being in a new location, because I live in North Carolina. DC is about 6-7 hours away from me, so it's gonna be a huge change for me. Just that's what I'm excited about the most. It's just the newness of it, the newness of it. That's the most that I'm excited about. Let's see. Advice for rising seniors: start early with anything you do, whether it's applying early to colleges, doing your SAT earlier, doing your supplementals early, and do not overwork yourself. This is a mistake I made in high school. I went to an early college, and all throughout high school I only ever got 1B, and so when I got to taking these college courses, which of course are a little more rigorous than just the normal high school classes, it was a big adjustment for me, and I feel like I really pushed myself almost to my breaking point. Like, I feel like if I would have had to do another semester in high school, I don't know where I would have ended up at. Sorry, my battery's dying. Where I would have ended up, because it was just a lot of stress, and I feel like I could have balanced it a lot better if I had taken on less. So that's my biggest advice. Like, don't be afraid to take on less, because you'll be better for it. Don't let anybody like make you feel like you have to do more when you don't want to, or when you don't want to. Like, sometimes you really have to just sit back and be content with where you are in life instead of just always being on the go. That's like the hardest thing that I'm learning right now as a young adult, or moving into young adulthood, is just learning to slow down. So that's my biggest advice: is enjoy the moment, slow down, and start early on your college process, because it is very stressful. No matter if you know what school you want to go to, where you want to go, it's a lot. So start early. Life lessons I have learned. There's so much that I've learned, and I'm still learning, but the biggest piece of advice, or the biggest life lesson that I've learned this past year, is to accept people, places, things, anything as they are instead of what you want them to be. I think the past version of myself was always so caught up in the potential that I saw in people, places, things, the potential that I saw in situations, instead of what they are. And that can lead you to, I guess, be naive to a lot of things, or just reality in general, and then you get a big wake-up call. So that's my biggest piece of advice: to stay grounded and accept things for what they are instead of what you want them to be. Where do I see myself in 8 years? In 8 years, I'll be 26. So I'll be 26 in 8 years. So I'll probably already be graduated from medical school, and I'll probably be beginning either my internship or the first couple of years of my residency, just depending on how my education journey flows. So that'll probably be where I am educational wise. With my hair business, I have a lot of goals for that. I don't want to be doing hair anymore in 6 years, but I do want to still be in the industry and potentially owning a place and having people work for me. That's just one of my goals. And happy. In 8 years, I see myself being an accomplished young woman who did everything that she said she was gonna do, and who is happy and content with her life, even if things didn't turn out exactly how she planned them. That's my main thing. I just want to be happy and at peace. So that's where I see myself in 8 years. Oh, and another question, this can go with another question, is where do I plan on living in the future? In 8 years, I'm 26. I don't know if I want to live in the United States. I still have to do more research and I get my parents' opinion on that. But I don't want to live in the United States. Just the economy here. I know everywhere you go there's going to be flaws, but the economy here is just not the best. And I want to travel. I want to see the world. So I doubt I'll be in the United States when it's time for me to settle down and start a family and stuff, but we'll see. 26, I don't think I want to have kids yet. I think I want to be pushing 30 when I have my first kid, but I don't know. See when we get there. Life goals. My life goals. I have a lot. So I can like break it down into 3 categories. I have educational, personal, and business wise. So educational wise, to get my undergraduate degree in biology, to intern and have my work published in a research paper. Don't know which one yet, but yeah, to open third world clinics, to open clinics in third world countries, specifically women's clinics, to open my own practice, and to graduate medical school. All right, as far as educational wise, I plan on, not educational wise, I'm sorry, business wise. Like I said earlier, I plan on opening my own beauty spot, and having people work in there. It's like a beauty bar, I guess you could say. So it'll have lashes, nails, waxing, eyebrows, sculpting, you name it, we'll have it. Because I just don't see a lot of Black owned businesses like that. Not saying that there aren't any, but I haven't seen any personally. I haven't seen a lot personally, so that is something that I want to do, and that's to keep my foot into the beauty industry and the hair industry, because like I said, that's a lifelong thing that I would like to continue to do. Oh, and then personal wise, excuse me, I want to travel. I want to learn 2 languages. Excuse me. I want to learn 2 languages, grow closer to my spirituality. It's kind of odd, but like start a family, find love, but that's all like on the back burner. I know that'll come with time, so, but that is a goal of mine. But yeah, so those are like the main goals for me on life right now. I'm gonna just start that question over again because your girl is sitting here dying. Anyways, so I'm gonna end off with the question, how did I gain self-confidence? I'm gonna be real transparent with y'all. I did not have a good amount of self-confidence and high self-esteem until this year, 2022. Throughout my whole life, I've struggled with being completely secure within myself, and who I was on the inside and out, mentally and physically. And that was just due to a number of things that I'm not really gonna get into, but in October of 2021, I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like how mistreated I felt by my own self. I felt like I caused myself a lot of unnecessary pain because of neglect. I neglected myself for a really long time. So going to therapy helped me unlock a part of myself that I didn't even know I had. In the past almost year, I have become more confident within who I am as a person and my emotions, to the point where you have to understand that you can't let other people's opinions on you dictate how you feel about yourself. And once you obtain that mindset, really nobody can throw you off. When you're so secure within yourself to the point where you know that, yes, my opinion may be different from other people, or my perspective may be different, but that does not mean that I have to go and change myself to fit their image or to fit their box or to please them or to do this. Once you start living for you and you only, then the self-confidence kind of comes with that. And also removing yourself from toxic environments or places in which you feel like you have to filter yourself or you can't be your true authentic self. And it's not to say that sometimes, there's going to be situations where, you just have to suck it up, and you can't always be right, or you're not always going to be right, or you have to understand that there's different perspectives in life. But in situations where people make you feel like you're less than, people disrespect you, people treat you not the way that you want to be treated, then you need to remove yourself from them situations, because you'll never be able to fully see how much you're capable of or who you are, because these people aren't treating you right. These people aren't lifting you up. Your support system is supposed to be positive. It's not supposed to be negative. So when you put yourself in these situations with people who don't really have your best interest at heart, who don't genuinely care about you, then it reflects on the inside. So I guess we can summarize that into 3 things. Respect yourself, respect your boundaries, know your boundaries, and leave negative, toxic people alone. I feel like in today's society, toxicness and that word and that mindset is just like thrown around all the time, and people just like kind of accepted it or made it seem like that's the norm, but no, it's not. In life, things aren't supposed to be confusing or confusing. Things are not supposed to be confusing. The people that are in your life are not supposed to have you confused or make you feel out of character. Like, I don't know, there's so much that goes into self-confidence, but it starts with knowing who you are and what you want for yourself, and understanding your boundaries and what you will and won't accept. And you don't bend that for anybody. No matter who it is, you don't bend that for anybody. Because if you bend it, then you'll never know who you are as a person. So, yeah, I hope that helped. I hope everybody who asked me those questions, if you're seeing this video, that it helped clarify a couple things. But I had a great time answering these questions. They're a lot deeper than I thought they were gonna be, so that is a plus. But anyways, I'm gonna end this here. I will be posting I'm gonna try to do once a month to start, just because I am about to start college and I don't know how my schedule will be, so I don't want to make a serious commitment and tell you guys like, okay, I'm gonna post once a week or twice a month, this and that, because that's just unrealistic, and I know myself. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go click that subscribe button and turn my post notifications on. All my social medias are linked below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will do my best to answer, and thanks for watching.